Hola, nós somos o Declan Welsh and the Declan West para 89 FM.
Salve galera, aqui é o Muca e eu tô com uma banda muito legal aqui no meu estúdio em Hackney. Eu tô falando do Declan Welsh and the Declan West. E eles estão fazendo uma turnê, acabaram de lançar um álbum aqui, que eu vou estar falando um pouco aqui. Hi guys, how's it going? Thanks for coming over.
Thank you for having us.
Good, good. The first question for you guys. You just released this very nice album called Cheaply Bought Expensively Sold. And now you're touring the UK. You just played in London. Tell me a bit more about this tour and about, the album.
So, the album, I think, as all first albums are, is just like your kind of journey from starting out to now. So, I'm trying to think of an order. Me and Ben, and then Duncan came on, then Murray came on. Yeah. So it kind of, it's not really a concept album, it's more, but I think the themes that run through it are like being young in a working class place in the UK. So being young in Glasgow, and I think that those themes are quite universal. So a lot of the songs are just about sort of going out, and then about financial hardship, about the current political climate. It kind of covers quite a broad range of topics, friendship, sort of breakups, love, heartbreak, that kind of thing.
Fair enough. Cool. I know as well that like in Glasgow there's a massive rock music scene. Can you tell me a bit more about it? The bands that you get influenced about, like.
Just what I mean. There's loads of great new music, so we could all probably speak to favourite artists. Duncan, do you want to start?
I don't know. I mean, Glasgow, one of my favourite bands right now is Free Love. They're kind of synth pop duo, Home Slice as well, and these are guys contemporaries coming up at the same time. People that are, I guess, making Glasgow really exciting, because it is really, really exciting at the moment in terms of, new artists and what they're doing.
Ben?
Okay, cool. And now, obviously, you just released the album, and, I've played some of the tracks for my radio show. Do you have any, preferred track here on this one? Any of, the tracks that you like the best?
I'm really glad I've got them in front of us now, because otherwise I'd probably forget. I would say, for me personally, Be Mine, or maybe Do What You Want. Do What You Want's means a lot to me as well, because it's about queer liberation and kind of I guess gender and sexual fluidity and celebration, which is something I'm
cool
very passionate about.
Changes quite a lot, which is a good sign, I think. If there was just one that I went to all the time, then I would worry that maybe the rest of it wasn't strong. But for me anyway, I'll go from sometimes Time's my favourite, sometimes it goes to Turn Me On, New Fun.
And how was the process of recordings of this album? How long did it take, from
2 sessions of 2 weeks each, I think.
Yeah.
And we had much more than those, so we ended up having to narrow 60 tunes down to 12. We had the World Cup of songs, so we had group stages of 4 songs each.
Okay, cool.
That then had so but 2 weeks in Glasgow with Chris Marshall at Seven West Studios, and it was quite chilled out. Wasn't that intense a recording session. I know some people like to get locked away and drive themselves up the wall. Really chilled out.
Yeah, it was relatively straightforward, wasn't it?
As a rock and roll band should be, right?
Yeah, totally.
Cool. And I've been touring a lot, and I just saw the gig here at Notting Hill Arts Club. It was amazing, it was packed, and people seem to really enjoy. But do you remember so far, which is the best gig so far, the best show you had?
Of this tour?
Of this year, I would say.
This year.
So we were talking about this, and there's a couple of candidates in there. I think London definitely was one.
Last night was
great.
one of my favourites as well. Lighting, venue, and because one of the things that people often say about London crowds is they're quite sedate. They don't really, they're not as energetic as maybe a Northern or a Glasgow crowd, but the one in London was insane. It was great. We played a few London gigs, and that was definitely the best one.
Yeah. We've done a Glasgow show in a really small venue called Poetry Club. That was really good. Sneaky Pete's in Edinburgh was the same.
Yeah, it was class.
Hamburg was amazing, and so was Vienna. We went to Hamburg and Vienna, and Hamburg we played this church.
Okay.
And it was just so cool. Although by the end of it I had a really bad sinus infection, and by the end of it I genuinely thought I was going to pass out. I was playing the last 3 songs I'm going to faint. I'm going to faint.
God.
It's going to happen. But
we were encore.
What about Glastonbury?
Yeah, that was
okay. Cool.
That was the left field stage with Billy Bragg. That was amazing.
And just being
being part of Glastonbury as a festival was just an unreal feeling.
It's one we've always wanted to go to, like me personally,
Yeah.
all of us imagine, but to get to go your first time and play it, you know, it's just,
it was
Bit surreal.
But you know what it is at a festival though, you play on the Friday and then by the Sunday you've had such a good weekend you even forgot you've played.
nearly dead.
It's so much fun.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
And what are the plans now to the end of the year and for the beginning of next year?
So we are currently on tour. That'll be for the next 2 weeks. We've got a headline show in Glasgow, St Luke's, which is the kind of biggest headline show we've played. So we're all really excited about that. And then
sold out as well.
It's sold out in Glasgow, yeah. And then we've got a couple of things like singles that we kept from the album recording process that we were like, nah, these are good standalone singles. So we've got a very sort of poppy sound. You know the band The Cars?
Yes.
Sounds very like that. There's a kind of song
Cool.
that goes along those lines. And after that, we're going to try and get out to Europe as soon as possible. There's some stuff in the works there. Play as many festivals and just tour relentlessly, I think.
Play as much as we can.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. And
Yeah.
obviously, what about Brazil? Any
Love
plans?
to come to Brazil.
Hopefully.
We just wish people would ask us to come on
Cool.
Instagram.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah,
Fair
we
play.
would love to come.
100%.
We would absolutely love to come. It's just about getting the logistics and getting some gigs in place and making
Cool.
it
Yeah.
viable. But we would love to.
Watch the
And
space.
a personal hero of mine is Juninho Pernambucano, so I want to go and
Okay.
worship at the altar of Juninho Pernambucano.
Okay, guys, thanks very much for the interview. Fala galera, esse foi o Declan Welsh and the Declan West aqui para 89 FM. Espero que tenham gostado da entrevista. A gente também vai fazer aqui a gente vai fazer uma filmagem com eles fazendo um som aqui no estúdio, beleza? Valeu, até mais, grande abraço.